morning, viewers. Today we have with us Jay Boss, who is running for the school board in Loudoun County. Welcome to the show, Jay.
Good morning, and thank you very much for having me here.
Tell me something about your candidacy.
I'm running for at-large seat for the Loudoun County School Board, and Loudoun has 9-member school board, and there are 8 districts, and I'm running for the at-large, and there's only one position at that level.
So it's a very, very prestigious position if you get elected into it.
Oh, absolutely, and I'm the first Indian and the only Indian running for this position.
A big decision-making position also, I presume.
Yes, absolutely, and the at-large member usually chairs the school board, so he heads the school board.
Oh, okay, that's interesting. So tell me something about yourself.
Well, I came to the United States 26 years ago as a graduate student, and I've gone through all walks of life. I've worked in the private sector for many, many years. I'm a government employee now. I work for the Department of Treasury as an IT manager. I am married. My wife is a high school teacher in Loudoun County. I have 2 children. My daughter Salonika is in the 11th grade, and my son Ishan is in the 7th grade. So obviously I have high stakes in the school system also.
Why are you competing for the public office right now, basically?
Well, there are many reasons. Loudoun, as you know, is one of the fastest growing counties in the country, and the Indian population is growing by leaps and bounds. At last count, we had 20,000 Indians, and 10,000 of them own properties. The collective value is $5 billion, and we pay $50 million in taxes. So the first thing is, there is no representation. I mean, we pay so much taxes, but we have to be represented. So that was the first idea. And the second thing is, I want to make sure that Loudoun has a very strong school system, because as you know, that students from our culture, they're very much into academics, and they have to be challenged. And I feel that Loudoun school system is not totally at par with Fairfax or some other school districts. So I want to make sure that we have the best school district in the country.
I gather that you are in a leading position. What makes you take this lead?
I'm challenging 2 incumbents. One is a Republican who has been there 3 terms, and the other is a Democratic candidate who has been there 2 terms. So it's a big challenge for me, but I took it on as a challenge because, like I said, at the county level, if I win, is the biggest pie because you get to lead the school board. And it's a challenge, and it's very exciting to be able to take on 2 veteran incumbents.
You're running as an independent.
Absolutely.
Okay. So how do you make time between your work and your campaigning?
Well, it's interesting because I get up at 4 in the morning, go to work at 5, work 8-hour days, come back, and the rest is my time. Luckily for me, my children are grown up, so they understand. I don't have to spend a whole lot of time with them, but it's exhausting because I have to answer questions from a lot of would-be voters. I have to be on the campaign trail. It's been difficult, but it's very rewarding, and I like it.
So this is what your lifestyle would be when you start working as, once you win the election also, you'll be having a very hectic
Absolutely. It'll be very busy because school boards meet twice or even thrice a week in the evenings, and the meetings run anywhere from 6 to midnight, and so I'm looking forward to it.
It's exciting stuff.
Absolutely.
What are your objectives about changing once you get elected into this position?
I have a few things I would like to see in the school system. The first one is we have a lot of qualified Indian teachers. For some reason, they have not been integrated in the school system. They're looking for jobs, they're qualified, but for whatever reason, they have not been able to find jobs. So I'm looking for teaching positions that have Indians and culturally diverse teachers who are well qualified. I'm also looking at the curriculum because the curriculum, I think, is a little watered down as compared to other school districts, and I'm looking to change the curriculum and bring it at par with competitive school systems like Fairfax. I also intend to look at the budgets and how it is spent, because there has been a lot of issues with the expenses. They're not being controlled properly. They're not, visible to the public. So that is another thing I want to make sure that the public understands what is their return on investment. I'm also looking to see that the school board is more responsible and responsive in terms of inquiries from the public as to what they're doing. And these are the things I want to see in the school board.
So you would want to make it a little more transparent and a little more interactive with the public?
Absolutely, because transparency is one thing we really lack in Loudoun, and that has to be one that we have to make sure.
Is there anything that you'd like to tell our viewers?
Yes, absolutely. Viewers, thank you for being here with me. November 8th is the election day, but I want to tell you a couple of things. Even before election day, you can go to my website, download a PDF file, a ballot, an absentee ballot, sign and mail it, because I know we have so many things to do and you may not be able to go to the polls on November 8th. The other thing I want you to know that there are two seats you're voting for. One is at the district level. For example, if you live in Ashburn or Dulles area, you have a candidate. And I am running for the at-large seat, which is county-wide. So make sure you know that you have two seats. And I hope to see you there. And please help and support my candidacy. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Jay, and all the best for your campaign.
Thank you so much for having me here.
We also have in our studios Chandar Gambhir, who is helping Jay Boss with his campaign. Welcome, Mr. Gambhir, to our show today. Is there any particular reason that you are supporting Mr. Boss for this campaign of his?
Thank you, Varsha, and I am so happy to be in this studio. And I am here to add that I am here not only because Jay Bose is my friend, but I also strongly believe that at this point of time, we have a very large Indian community presence in USA, and particularly talking of in Loudoun County. And I know Jay for quite some time, and he is intelligent, highly qualified, and a man of strong beliefs. And I suppose that he should be supported by all the Indians, especially when he has taken a plunge, being an Indian first time. He is, again, a non-party candidate. He does not have any confinement to party ideals, but he may have taken the good points from both the parties. So he should be there to work for the school board and for the school board objectives. And I know him very well, that he has very great objectives to bring in changes and the reforms in the school system. And as he has himself mentioned just now, that he has a lot of plans in his mind, especially the recruitment of teachers, especially the Indians, and again to improve the school and the syllabus for the Loudoun County school system. And I think that he will be very great in his objective and in his ideal to work as a candidate. And since he is an independent candidate, I think that we have more chances from all parts of Loudoun County to vote for him and support him. I am here, in fact, just to appeal to the voters, all the voters in general and particularly the Indian voters, to come and support and vote for Mr. Jay Bose. He is a good candidate, and you will really have a person to speak with or to expect from.
Thank you, Mr. Gambhir. All the best for your campaign.
Thank you very much, Varsha, and thank you everyone here.
By the way, Mr. Gambhir is the father of Vandana Gambhir, who used to host Imagination Television many years ago.